Hi everyone, I'm from Fuzhou, China, a small town so close to Longhu Mountain that we joke about Taoist immortals being our neighbors. Growing up between mist-shrouded temples and bedtime stories about sealed ancient demons, I've become what you might call a mist translator, decoding China's most cryptic legends for modern audiences. This series is your backstage pass to Black Myth, Wukong. Think of me as your guide through the game's hidden cultural maze, from weapon inscriptions that double as Taoist spells to boss battles ripped straight from Ming Dynasty operas. Let's start with the ultimate Chinese icon, Sun Wukong. Imagine a character so ingrained in a culture that babies tease on his legends and grandparents quote his sass. He's not just a monkey, he's China's eternal underdog fantasy, a nobody who hacked immortality, mocked gods, and turned heavenly rulebooks into confetti. When Chinese people cheer for him, we're not just rooting for a hero, we're screaming, "That's how you punch upward," through 500 years of collective memory. How did Sun Wukong acquire such extraordinary powers? Let's begin with his origins, already steeped in cosmic wonder. He was born on the flower fruit mountain, Huaguoshan, in the eastern continent of superior blessings, Dongsheng Shenzhou, one of the four mythical landmasses in Taoist cosmology. This mountain is described as the ancestral lifeblood of the 10 divine isles and the dragon vein source of the 3 immortal islands, a poetic way of saying it's the primordial core of all mystical geography, formed when heaven and the earth first separated. At its summit lay a divine stone, Xianshi, tempered for eons by the essences of the sun and moon, 日月精华. In Taoist belief, these celestial forces carry spiritual energy that cultivates immortality. When the stone finally cracked open, it birthed the stone monkey, Sun Wukong. Crucially, he wasn't born of any living being, his existence defies biological lineage, emerging instead as a crystallization of nature's raw spiritual power. Yet, his extraordinary birth alone could not account for such combat prowess. His true strength lies in numerous mystical arts and the powerful weapon known as the wheel-following golden hoop staff, 如意金箍棒. Originally, the tide-controlled divine needle, 定海神针, used to stabilize the seas. His magical abilities were acquired through 2 means, cultivation training and fortuitous encounters. The foundation of his training came from Subodhi Patriarch, 菩提祖师, a reclusive immortal residing in the 3 stars cave of Slanting Moon, 斜月三星洞, located on the western continent of Cattle Gift, 犀牛贺州, guided by the red buttock horse monkey, 赤尻马猴, a primordial being mentioned in Taoist texts. The stone monkey sought enlightenment under this master. Subodhi's nature transcends mortal understanding. The original journey to the west describes him as neither born nor perishing through ternary cycles, holding Ke, holding spirit, boundless compassion. Emptiness follows nature's transformations. True suchness acts through innate disposition. Cosmos coeval solemn embodiment, eon transcending mind master. During his teachings, author Wu Qiangen portrays him thus: celestial blossoms cascaded as he spoke, golden lotuses surged from the earth, expounding tripartite doctrines with subtlety, 10,000 methods perfected in essence. Waving deer-tail whisk, pearls of wisdom flowed. His voice sounded through 9-fold heavens. This polymath immortal mastered Confucianism, Buddhism, and Taoism, wielding myriad supernatural arts, 万法神通. He imparted 3 core techniques to Sun Wukong, great celestial immortal formula, 大品天仙诀, a supreme cultivation method for enhancing spiritual power, 72 earthly transformations, 地煞术72变, shifting mastery, rooted in esoteric numerology, somersault cloud, 筋斗云, a single flip covering 108, 10,000,000,000 里, symbolizing instantaneous traversal. Beyond these, Sun Wukong gained additional abilities through fate, true immortality, After being taken to the underworld, he destroyed the Book of Life and Death, 生死簿, erasing his mortal limits. Fiery golden eyes,
火眼金睛,
forged in Laozi's 8. Trigram furnace,
八卦炉,
during 49 days of alchemical tempering. 3 life-saving hairs,
救命毫毛,
given by Guanyin Bodhisattva during his pilgrimage. Innate abilities. Sun Wukong also possessed natural powers. Cosmic manifestation.
法天象地,
Assume a colossal form reaching 10, 0 Jiang Wan Jiang in height. Body freezing art.
定身术,
Immobilize targets via key manipulation. Invisibility technique.
隐身术,
Bend light to vanish from sight. Astral projection.
元神出窍,
Separate spiritual form from physical body. Beyond these mystical abilities, Sun Wukong wields the legendary will-following golden hoop staff, Ruyi Jinggu Bang, a weapon of profound origins, forged by Taisang Laojun
太上老君,
from ninefold tempered black iron.
九转冰铁,
It was originally used by Yu the Great, Da Yu, as a sea calming pillar
定海神针,
during his flood control era. After returning from Subodhi's tutelage, Sun Wukong seized this divine weapon from the Dragon King of the Eastern Sea.
东海龙王,
Weighing 13,500 jin, it can alter its size shrinking to a needle's thickness or expanding until it pierces the ninth heaven. Even a glancing strike from this staff means certain death or crippling injury. These abilities and the golden hooped staff grant Sun Wukong near indestructibility and invincibility, surpassing all but the supreme celestial beings. This is the foundation of his audacity to challenge the heavenly court.
天庭 and 灵山,
Yet his path of defiance was never easy. Deities like Jade Emperor,
玉皇大帝, 太上老君,
Tathagata Buddha,
如来佛祖,
Guanyin Bodhisattva,
观音菩萨,
Maitreya Bodhisattva,
弥勒菩萨,
Zhenyuan Daxian,
镇元大仙,
all wield power far beyond his reach. But Sun Wukong never feared confrontation, and this unyielding spirit is why we, as the destined one,
天命人,
continue his saga in Black Myth. Wukong. This concludes Sun Wukong's abilities and their origins. However, there's one commonly misunderstood detail: the golden headband, Jinggu, on his head. It is not a magical treasure,
法宝,
or divine artifact, but rather Tathagata Buddha's
如来佛祖,
means of control, the source of his agony. Due to his rebellious history of storming heaven,
大闹天宫,
both the celestial court, Tiangting and Buddha, sought to tame and dominate this unruly monkey. Thus, the headband became Sun Wukong's most painful memorial brutal shackle imposed by the highest deities. Originally, the headband's restriction spell, Jinggu Zhou, vanished after he attained Buddhahood by squatting Tang Sanzang to retrieve the scriptures. Yet Black Myth. Wukong reveals that the gods' lingering fear of him never ceased, and their desire to control him persisted even after his enlightenment. The only way to break free completely was through physical death, which forms the premise of Black Myth, Wukong's opening narrative. Closing remarks. That's all for this video. If you want to explore more hidden lore behind Black Myth, Wukong, feel free to leave a comment or give a like to show your support. Subscribing will be the greatest encouragement, and I'll keep updating this series. Thank you all.